Hello, and welcome to this impromptu episode of the Magnetic Woman Show. I'm your host, Lauren Joyce, and I want to talk about or talk to the women who life has gotten just a little too small or a lot small. It feels stale, it feels boring, and quite frankly, all of the things that you have done in the past that used to work, that you keep looking back to, that you keep reverting back to, are not working anymore. No matter what you do, no matter what you try, no matter the journal prompts, the podcasts, the practices, it's just not like scratching that itch. And you're starting to think, or you already think, that it's you. You're the problem. And that maybe, I don't know, the people that you're watching who seem to have the things that you want or are living the life that you want have something that you don't have or are, able to do things in a way that you're not able. No, no. It's not you. You're not the problem. And you are you don't have the space right now to create the new baseline because what you actually need is to be held. You actually need to be supported. So you're like me, and you are a woman who's self-led. You have probably, I mean, you've had mentors, you've been in masterminds, you've done containers, you've taken breaks, you've gone through death and rebirths alone, you've gone through death and rebirths in community, and you are self-led, right? And yet, in this season, this staleness, this boringness, not a peacefulness, actual boringness, because like you're not fully living your purpose. You're not fully having the abundance that you're meant to have. You're not fully having the fun that you're meant to have. You're not having the magic that you're meant to have. It's because there's no space for it. You are trying to figure out the journal prompts. You are trying to figure out the practices. You are looking back to what used to work, trying to figure it out, trying to figure it out, trying to figure it out. And I could sit here and be like, it's about embodiment, and it is. But the truth of the matter is, you need to be held. You need to be held. You need to be supported right now. And so I actually woke up this morning and I thought this offer came in that liminal space between sleep and awake. And I was like, I haven't done anything like this. And when the price dropped in, I was like, that's insane, but okay. And I've reached out to a few people personally about it, and they've been like, oh my gosh, how did you know this is exactly what I wanted and needed? So while it doesn't have an official title, it's like a mid-year reset, a reconnection, a remembrance. And it is a one-on-one personalized experience, and it's 5 days. Okay, I've been comparing it to a mid-afternoon shot of espresso. Okay, when you're slumping, when you're like, I want to take a nap, but I have things I should do, I want to do, and you take a little swig of espresso, and it's like, whoo, I'm awake, I'm alive, here we go. That is what this offer is. So it's 5 days of Telegram. Now, if you don't know what Telegram is, it's essentially like voice notes and texting. So it's me in your back pocket for 5 days. This is a way to reconnect you to power, pleasure, turn on, magic, abundance, purpose, all the things. So it's Monday through Friday. That's when I'm available on Telegram. If you claim one of these now, I'm recording this on Tuesday, or this will be up on Tuesday. We could start as early as Wednesday or Thursday. So if we started on Thursday, it would be Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? It's like 5 weekdays, however that falls. And you have up to 2 months to use it. So if you're like, oh my God, I want to do this, but I'm going on vacation or the kids are ending school, like, oh, I want to do this in a couple weeks. I got you, baby. I got you. Okay, so here's the best part, the most insane part. I'm only charging $222 for this. In fucking sane. And you get a coupon code worth $222 to use at a later date, which means essentially it's free. So, what are you waiting for? No, you can go to the show notes. You can go to themagneticwoman.com/reset. And I don't know how many of these I'm making available, probably around 10. I've already been promoting this. I've reached out to people personally. So if you want it, grab it because who knows how long this will be available for, how many will be available. If you go to the page and you can purchase it, that means it's still available. Um, Again, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. And it's not even that the practices and the things that you've done in the past or the baseline that you have don't work anymore. And there's some new shiny object or there's some new thing that I'm going to bring in that you'll have never heard about. No, it's probably going to be reworking some of the basics, but you are in your own way right now. That's honestly what this comes down to. You are in your own way. You need an outside perspective. You need an outside perspective. You need an outside leadership, right? Like where I can lead you through practices, meditations, rewiring certain belief patterns. Because your best thinking has gotten you here, which is amazing when you look back on everything you've done and created, fucking epic. And you're bored out of your goddamn mind. You're bored, your life is stale, it's not that fun anymore. You are like, holy shit, we're at the middle of the year. Like, what the fuck is even happening? You're in your own way. And the best way to get out of it is to do this 5-day reset. Because again, there are times and places where being being mentored, you can like not struggle, but kind of go back and forth with like outsourcing your power, outsourcing your brilliance. I mean, if you're like me and you have any kind of like good student mentality, you've probably had experiences with mentors or in masterminds where you've kind of like self-abandoned. And so then you swing to the other end of the spectrum where you're like not doing masterminds, not doing mentorship, not being in community. And you're like, yeah, because I needed to really reconnect to my own voice, which is amazing. And then you get in your own fucking way. Again, I had this same experience and then I joined a priestessing mystery school and container, which has allowed me to be able to get out of my own way, to step out of myself and be like, great, I get to be held. You have no more capacity right now. In order for you to have more capacity for fun, pleasure, turn on, to create a new baseline, to have more money, more purpose, whatever it is that you want, you need to be held. You need to be supported. You deserve it. And for who you're meant to be in the world, it's required, right? Now, look, I love long-term membership. I have worked with clients for years and years and years. I fucking love it. And again, sometimes you just need something to get you going. You just need something to help you remember who the fuck you are. And listening to podcasts is amazing, but somebody to be like, I see you specifically, personally. I see these patterns and things, and you need to think about it this way, and you need to add this thing in specifically for you. Quite frankly, you can't afford not to do it. Because if you're like, "Oh my God, I need this," and you don't do this, how you're feeling right now, the smallness, the staleness, the disconnection, is how you're going to feel in 3 months, 6 months, a year. You know it and I know it. And again, it's not for lack of effort. You've been doing so much. You need to be held and led. So, if you're interested, go to themagneticwoman.com/reset. Again, if you can click on the link, they're still available. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message on social media. That's going to be the easiest, quickest way to get in touch with me. And you get to have the summer, the life, the legend that you desire. You get to be as iconic as you know yourself to be. All right, my loves, I'll see you soon.